So earlier this year was The Sims 25th anniversary, and to celebrate, they re-released The Sims 1 and The Sims 2, making it easier than ever to play them. And ever since then, I've been wanting to sit down and try and build the same house in all 4 games, starting with The Sims 1. But before we get into it, if you do want to pick up either The Sims 1, The Sims 2, or really any other Sims games, you can use my code Gryphi at checkout to support me as a creator. So thank you for considering, and back to the video. So welcome to The Sims 1. It is a lot different than the Sims games nowadays. I kind of think I want to create something maybe sort of like this, where we have one building here and then it's connected in the middle and then there's another one on the other side. So I'm thinking something along the lines of creating this here. Then we're gonna wanna go back over here and bring this out. Okay, that's pretty good. And then automatically the roof would look like this, but I kind of think it would look nice if we made the front a little bit more interesting. Maybe we had a little bump out on each side as well. And then maybe one on this side, just a small one. Not sure what it's for yet, but I think it makes the outside look a little bit more interesting. So we'll start with that, and let's go ahead and pick a roof texture. This one's kind of pretty, but I also kind of want to see the lighter textures we have. Okay, we don't have too many to choose from. Maybe that one. And then it's time to paint the exterior, and it's always really hard to see what the wallpapers are in The Sims 1, so we're gonna have to just kind of grab some and figure it out. Ooh, we could do a container home. That's kind of fun. Just like a simple siding like this one, which might be a good idea considering we probably have that in all 4 games. Just want to see if we have a more interesting color. We have a white brick. Actually, if we have a red brick, if I can find one, a red brick would be nice. Yeah, like this. Maybe we can mix a brick and a siding. I'm liking how this is looking. Accidentally painted some of the inside, but that's okay. We'll get rid of it later. Do we want a gray siding for these portions? I don't mind it, but do we have a better color option? We could do vertical paneling, this like white creamy color. That could be kind of fun. Yeah, let's go with that for now. And then we can pick out some windows. That one's really pretty. Ooh, this one with the shutters. That is really pretty. The re-renovated historical window. Does it match our house? We could try and make it match because I do like the shutters, but let's see what else there is. There's also this one with the shutters, or this one. I think I like the green shutters the best. Although I do like that the other one had flower boxes. Ooh, there's even a bay window. That's fun. I also think I'm gonna go ahead and make this middle section a little bit bigger. That way we'll have more interior space to work with. It's just a matter if I can find our wallpaper a second time or not. Found it. And we'll go ahead and delete these walls and the ones over here too. I'm kind of thinking now actually that the roof pattern might need to be slightly darker. Maybe that one. And then maybe we change to this white siding. Although it'd be great if we had a green one to match the shutters. And then I'm gonna put the same siding over here. Maybe I should make this bump out a little bit bigger so the window will center in it. Or it could go over here instead. And then maybe we get a different window over there. That could be where the kitchen is maybe. So we could get like these windows, a couple of those. Yeah, I like that. Let me get the shutters back here and over here. And then the rest of the walls we'll figure out once we do the floor plan. But before that, we need a door. And if I'm remembering correctly, there's not a lot of doors in this game. But this one kind of matches the windows we're going for. We might do that, and then we can get a nice window. Will the shuttered one fit here? Will, but it's very close to the door, and that would have to go in the corner. So I think instead, I'm gonna get the other window we were using, this one. Yeah, okay. Wait, I actually like this door a lot better. It feels more like a proper front door. What if we actually had the taller windows in the front there? I think I like that. Okay, I made a couple of other changes, but I think it was worth it. I changed the size over here so I could fit another shuttered window and just adjusted the sizes in general, but I think it's looking pretty good. I think we're also gonna get a little pathway here, a little sidewalk, if you will. Although maybe we do it every other tile, so it's like a little stepping stone. That's kind of cute. And then I want to get plants, like a lot of plants. Oh, the pink flowers are really pretty. Maybe we get a bunch of these, like this on both sides. And then some sort of taller tree or something like right behind them. It's a little bit of a tight fit, but it does let me place it. So I think I might do that. It's very symmetrical, but I think in The Sims 1, that looks kind of good. We'll get some other like little shrubs around the place. Ooh, maybe this one actually could be better right here. Oh, it doesn't want to place there. The bigger tree does, but this one doesn't want to. But I do like it, so maybe it can go somewhere. Okay, I think that's pretty good for like decorations for the outside, and now we can go inside. But first we're gonna save. We don't want to lose this. So moving inside, how do we want to do this floor plan? I'm probably gonna want to have like 2 bedrooms. Thinking maybe in the back here could be 1 bedroom. And maybe we have a smaller bedroom in the front for like a kid or a baby. And that leaves this little bathroom right here, which I think could work. So then when you enter, what room are we in? I guess this could be like a big living room space. We could have a door out the back right there. And then that leaves like kitchen and dining, which I kind of want to have separate. I mean, might as well. Thinking dining here, kitchen, living. And also if we don't have a door, we could just put another window right there. And then here can be the doors to the different rooms. I don't think these can go next to each other now. So this one's either going to have to go here or I'm going to have to make the bathroom smaller. I think it's fine with going there. I don't mind that. And then I think to enter into these rooms, I'm just going to remove the walls. Ooh, what about a black and white tile in the kitchen? That could be fun. But I also kind of want to use the Sims 1 tile that we got in the Sims 4 in the update earlier this year, if I can find it. This one. I think this should be the tile in the kitchen for sure. As for the rest of the house, though, I kind of want like some sort of wood floor. That one feels a little fancy, but it is pretty. That's a nice simple one. It doesn't match the wood on the doors, though. Do we have a wood that matches that? Oh, there's this one. And then a slightly darker version. It's got kind of a weird texture to it. Frontier Feelings wood floor. It matches, though, so maybe we'll go for it. Just get that in all of the rooms. And then let's pick out a tile for the bathroom. Just this one for the bathroom could be good. It's really dark in there, though, so I think we want to get a window. Or maybe just some lighting. But first, let's paint the walls. I think I just want to start with like a simple white wall. Honestly, something like this I feel like could work. I just want something that will be easy to replicate in other games. And I think one of the things we're going to do in future games is we're going to try to like generally have the same house, but we'll probably add some improvements. Like there's different roof types in the Sims 2 and 3 and 4. So we're going to try and improve it along the way, but still try and stay true to the character of the original house. And I think this will be really fun to see like back to back how different all of the build tools are. Because right now I'm most familiar with The Sims 4. I have played all of the games, but this is not my comfort zone at all. And all painted. I think we're going to start in the kitchen and pick out some counters. And these ones kind of feel like they're the right wood tone for the space. So I'm sort of thinking those. Maybe we could also have another window over it. Yeah, that looks nice there. Especially because we don't have upperhead cabinets. At least I don't think we do. But we do have what we would need for like a stove, which I'm going to put over here. Grab a fridge. I might swap those. It bothers me how much like thinner the fridge is than the counters. It looks a little odd. Ooh, maybe we should get like a coffee machine or a microwave. I always forget we have these in The Sims 1. Or a trash compactor, which we don't have in all of the games. But that is kind of fun. No. Not going to do it, but I will get us a microwave. And then we definitely need a sink. I don't know if we have a range hood to put over the stove other than these ones that have like built-in ones, which are not really the style I wanted in here. Oh, this one could work. Let me get that one. That's actually really cute. And then I'll grab some cute curtains to put in here. I'll put them on both walls. I don't think we have island counters in this game, but we can fake it. So maybe we make a little bit of an island here with some of these. Oh, that did some funny things. Oh, there we go. That looks kind of cool. And then maybe we'll get a small table in here and we'll have a bigger one in the dining room. So let's get a table and a couple of chairs. I think these ones are the matching ones. Oh, wait, this wallpaper is so pretty. I think I like it better than the one we have right now. Do I want to repaint the whole house though? And I just painted one of the walls outside. I think it might be worth it. It's not a perfect match for the wood floor we have, but it doesn't look bad. There's also this one. Yeah, I think we're going to go for it. Not sure what works for kitchen artwork. The artwork in this game is very interesting. This tapestry kind of has the colors of the backsplash behind the stove. So maybe we go with that. And then do we have a rug that could work? That one's not bad. And then we'll just get a little plant in the corner and a little trash can. Okay, maybe a little plant on the table as well. Then I'm gonna need to paint the rest of the walls. Okay, I've repainted the walls in the living space, but I'm gonna leave the bedrooms alone because we might end up changing those depending on the room anyway. But here in the kitchen, I want to add a couple more things. So maybe we get this bar. Ooh, maybe a butter churn too. These are just like some fun items to fill up space in here. And then maybe some other artwork. That one also matches actually like really well. So we'll place that here as well. And then this is going to be the dining room. So what size table can we fit? This one's not too bad. Maybe we center that under the window. And then I think I want to get the same chairs we have in the kitchen. And we can fit 6 at the table, which is quite a lot. The same curtains we had in the other rooms. Maybe a little vase on the table. It's not going to center. It's going to have to go somewhere. So I guess right there. And then I don't think any of the rugs are going to be big enough, but we can try to place them. Maybe put 2 of them like that. That's decent. And then I'm not sure if I even want to clutter up all the walls because you're mostly going to play this in cutaway mode anyway. And also probably no one's actually going to play this. But maybe I add a bookcase. That one's actually kind of fun. Or we have this one. There's also this taller one. I think I like that. And then we have the living room here. I want to put a TV somewhere. I'm thinking on this wall. If we rotate right here probably, which is like opposite where you come in. Okay. And we're definitely getting this flat screen. As for the sofas, I'm not sure what we have space for. Do I want to go with like just a love seat, or this blue couch has a 3-seater and a love seat, which is very enticing, but it's also really bright. Get like a leather sofa. This one's really pretty. I like that. Can your Sims get through the place when that's there? I would think so, but I'm honestly not sure because it lets me place it, which I think is probably a good sign. And I think I'm gonna get the same rug that I have in the kitchen. Ooh, maybe we get a fish tank. That's kind of fun. And then the same curtains we've been placing. Now I'm just trying to find some artwork. This one's really small. Maybe we put that by the entry. And we're really going for tapestries in here. So maybe I pick another tapestry because it's a fun color. Yeah, why not? All right, and then let's move on to the bedrooms. Are they the same size or is one bigger than the other? I can't really tell. This one might be bigger, but I kind of like the idea of maybe this being a teen's room and they are really into art. So let's see what bed feels teenagery. What is this one? Spartan Special. I mean, that kind of works. I'm not mad at it. There's also like some really colorful beds, like this green one, but I kind of like the brown one. Do we have any good bedside tables? You can have an elephant, maybe some crates. Actually, I don't mind the crates. Those are kind of fun. And I think we'll get like a lamp in the corner, and then definitely an easel needs to be in here. What rug could work? Maybe that one? And then I think I'm going to go with these like green curtains. They don't really fit the window, but if I line them on the wall, it doesn't look too bad. And maybe we'll just get a simple wardrobe right there. I think that's good for that room. Right, for the primary bedroom, I think I'm going to preemptively get this wardrobe that matches the wood we already have. And then this bed matches really nicely as well. I feel like this is usually my go-to when I decorate in The Sims 1 because it actually has a nice matching set. It's not my favorite, but it looks okay. Get some red bedside tables. Those are kind of cute. Nice little plant in the corner. Another rug we've already used a few times. Maybe this painting? Maybe they could be fancy and they have a TV in their room. Yeah, that's kind of fun. I went ahead and changed the tile in the bathroom, but it's so dark in there. So hopefully a light can help a little bit. And then I want to get some sort of shower. We have a couple of shower tub combo options or a single shower. Kind of like the shower tub combo. The color on that's fun. Can I place a toilet right next to it? I can. And then maybe we'll get a pedestal sink. We don't have many options. That one works. Just grab a small mirror. And I guess that's it for the bathroom. And pretty much it for this house. There might be more I could do. I'm not sure. But I guess we will save that for The Sims 2. But this is our final version of our Sims 1 house. I think it looks so cute. Although I think I did paint a wall out here the wrong color. Let's just fix that real quick. Okay, fixed. But that's our final Sims 1 house. Let me know what you think of it. And let's move on to The Sims 2. The Sims 2, let's go into build mode. And we have a vague idea of what this house is supposed to look like because we built it already in The Sims 1. So we're going to want to build something along the lines of this. And then we have a bump out in the front on both sides. I think the middle section's only one back. And the same thing in the front. And I think it's only 5 tiles wide. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then we can do the same thing over here. Okay, this is already so much easier to build in than The Sims 1. I am so pleased. Hopefully it's just going to keep getting easier. I know I'm most familiar with The Sims 4 currently, but this is nice. Also, the flooring is like really wonky. The like levels. Do we have terrain tools? Terrain. I just want to flatten it. I guess that's fine. Or maybe we go this way? I don't know. Can we put a door there even? Flatten entire lot. Yes. Oh, it did only flatten part of it. The front of it's still not flat. Okay. Maybe I just redraw the whole thing. Because I think it's kind of important that the lot is flat. And right now it very much is not. Like, look at this ground. All right. I want to flatten the lot. Yes. Okay. Now it's flat in the front. That's all I could ask for. Just going to redraw what we had before. And I think that's where we started. Just going to get rid of the middle walls here. And then I believe we have to do the roofing on our own here. We could do auto roofs, apparently. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. Similar to what I would have imagined it would look like in The Sims 1. I'm going to try not auto roofs, I think. How do I get rid of roof? I think we will get the sections like this. Can't support any weight. Okay. Let's try this again. Why can't that support any weight? That does not make sense to me. Okay, let me do the middle portion then. Maybe something like that. And then maybe we can do the roof now. Yeah, now it lets me. Okay, looks like we have like tiles on top, which is kind of interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about those, but we can get this roofing at least. And then I did have a bump out back here as well. I also am not sure if the scale of this is correct at all. I believe it was 1 out from the edge or 2. And then it was 5 tiles wide. And then I think this was only 5 tiles. So we're a little bit bigger than we're supposed to be here. Let me see if I can adjust real quick. How do you get rid of the roof? That's what I don't understand. Like this? There we go. Yeah, let's get rid of all of the roofing here. Oh, there's just like full-on tiles up here I have to delete individually. That's not good. So I theorized this was going to be easier than The Sims 1. And I would say the building tools are more intuitive. But I think every game other than The Sims 4 is going to have its challenges because I'm not used to them. It's been years since I have actively built in any of these. So it's a little bit of a learning curve. There might be a faster way to do this, but when I clicked and dragged, nothing happened. So anyway, let's get rid of that. Try and fix this up. Okay. Starting over with the roofs. We can have that. We have these. And then in The Sims 1, the front portion was just another one of those. And I'm going to try that. And so was this side piece. But I think it might look nice if we actually did that with a short gabled roof instead. Or in addition to. That looks nice. Yeah, I like that. I feel like that's an improved version. This roof is so tall though, and I don't know if there's like a way to easily make this look better. Okay, so I just lower it and then I have to click each roof. All right, let's try different ones. That's a little bit better, I think. And let's see if we have a nice brick. The first one's a brick, although I think this one's a little bit closer. Oh no, this one, because we had the panel on the bottom. Oh, and we have all these filters now, or these sections, so you can see what type of siding you're looking at. So it's easier to find the siding. It's not just all mixed in. That's nice. So we have something like this, and then I believe the bump out on this side is also white, and the same section in the back. For flooring, I had a really simple tile that just kind of was a few like this. So I guess I'll go for that. And then for doors, we had like a wooden door with a window in it. I'm not sure what similar things we have in The Sims 2 that are also just one tile. We might not have like the same thing. That's a fun door. Ooh, this one's nice. Does it come in other colors? It does. I think that one's pretty close. It's not perfect, but it is pretty close. And I actually think its original color might be more accurate to what we had. And for windows, I had tall, like curved windows in the front. That's kind of curved. Is there a plain white version here? Not really. Ooh, but there is a window with shutters on it. It's just the wrong size. Yeah, these are the wrong size, but they're so cute. Yeah, they're all 2 tiles instead of 3. Do we have a 3 tile with shutters? So far, this is the only 3 tile window I've found. We might have to readjust this for what we have available here. Do you think we're going to have to make it wider to accommodate the windows? Because the scale doesn't seem to want to work the way I'd like it to. But those are really cute windows. I could make it smaller or I could make it bigger. I want to say smaller would be better since you don't need as much space in The Sims 2, but maybe bigger and we can have like 2 of each window. I really wish I could click and drag right now like you can in The Sims 4, but oh well. Oh, this location's out of bounds, so this little bump out can't be any bigger. Noted. We have an eyedropper tool as well in this game, so much better. Just grab the brick like that. Okay, so I think we'll do 2 windows on each side here with these shutters. And then I'm not really seeing the tall windows that we had, so I'm just gonna do some shorter ones here. Okay, I think that's about how we had that. And then the floor plan is actually really simple. We have a bedroom back here, a bathroom in the middle, and then there's another bedroom right here. And then on this side, this front room here is the dining room, and then the back is the kitchen. And then this middle section is the living space. I do think we have these windows in the back too, like in the living room. I'm gonna go ahead and place those. And then I guess we'll get our flooring. Let's see if we have that same tile. We do, so we can have our kitchen tile. Kitchen's in the back, I think. Yeah, we can use this tile in the kitchen again, which is perfect. I hope it's in The Sims 3, but I actually don't know. And then we need like an orange wood floor. This one might work, although the texture on this one is kind of fun. I think I might get that. And then I don't remember what the bathroom floor looked like off the top of my head. I know it was a tile. I think we'll just go with like this white one. And then for the wallpaper, we had something that had this like wood paneling on the bottom. So I'm going to try a couple of different options of something like that. Because it looks like we have quite a few. I just don't know which one's going to work the best. A lot of them have funky patterns on them, which isn't really what I was looking for, but we might end up using. So I think the one we used in The Sims 1 was like green, but it's kind of looking like it might not be green in this game. This one's called Banana Split. Might be easier. I just filtered by the paneled section. But a lot of it's just showing me like full wall paneling. I want something with the paneling on the bottom only. This yellow one might be one of the best bets we have. Or this off green, because it is still green. Let me put that in all of the rooms for the moment. There's also this green one, which might be more the right color, but I think the other one looks nicer. Ooh, there's like a cream color instead of the green. I think we'll go with that. And then let's finally get some lights in here because it's very dark. Am I going to be able to see what I'm doing at all? It's still pretty dark, but that's okay. All right, just like in my Sims 1 house, we're going to start with the kitchen. And let's see what counter options we have. Oh, it's so dark in here. How do I make it brighter? Okay, so in order to turn the lights on in build mode, I have to go into live mode and then go back into build mode. I have to turn them on. Okay, we're gonna have somebody move in because I need to see what I'm doing. Oh, that's so much better. And we should be able to see what we're doing now in this kitchen. These ones don't quite match because like we want to have stuff that matches the house, but we also want to be inspired by the one we already created. But I also want to make them better each time. So, oh my gosh, why won't that place how I want it to? There we go. These ones feel like they match the house pretty well. I think I had the stove here and the fridge here. And we had a metal stove. I don't know which one's better. I guess this one. And the same thing, we had like a metal fridge. And then the sink was in the middle and we had like a double sink, but it doesn't look like we have that in this game. So I'm just going to pick one. And then I believe there was also a microwave. Yeah, go ahead and place that down. And there were no overhead cabinets in The Sims 1, but are there in The Sims 2? I feel like there are, but I don't know where to find them. Oh, we do have the island seats though. Oh, that is so nice. I like the curve on them. I'm not finding any cabinets, but I am finding like shelving and stuff. And some of these counters are really pretty. So maybe I'll just put like a shelf above the stove. Feels kind of random, but it's decor. You can also get like a succulent up here. Maybe one other plant on the counter. Oh, I found some oven mitts. We'll put those over here. That's really cute. Oh, and there's also some pots and pans, but things don't want to place at where I want them to. I move this shelf. Can I move these over the stove? I can. So then this could go over here. Cute. That's a little bit better. Can nothing go on the wall over the sink? Because I feel like there should be something right there. And then can the sink go in the island? No. What about curtains? Like, can I put curtains on? You know, if I can find them, of course. Or will that collide with the sink? Oh, these ones fit. And they're actually kind of cute, but they are clipping with like everything. Let me try other ones. The other ones are all like a little bit too wide if they fit the window. Yeah. Let's see the colors on these though. Maybe a green to kind of as a callback to the original green walls in this house. And with that, I feel like I'm gonna get rid of these island counters. And I'm gonna duplicate these ones so I can put them in the middle. And then we could put a sink there. We'll do something like that. Yeah, I don't mind that. And I'll get the same curtains over here. And we'll need a table. I believe I just had a small one in the Sims 1 house. I was looking for something that's the right color. That one's not too bad. Then we had like really simple chairs, kind of like these. But I think one of these other ones might look a little bit better. Yeah, let's do these. A little vase of flowers on the table. And then I want to say we had like a bar over here. So we're going to want to get that. But first I'm going to delete some of the walls because I believe we had like 2 open like this in both rooms. And I'm not sure where to find the bar in here. Would it be kitchen? Maybe skills? Ooh, pottery wheel, floral workstation, toy bench, stitching machine. Oh, the car mechanic car. I want this so bad in The Sims 4. You could like fix that up. I'm not seeing the bar, so I think I'm just going to get a bookcase in here. Did I just make a secret bookcase door? I did. I didn't mean to do that, but I kind of like it and don't mind that it leads you between those 2 rooms. It's kind of fun. All right, and then we want a bigger table for this room. This one matches pretty well. I haven't even looked at the rugs yet because they were so bad in The Sims 1 that it was hard to get anything that worked together. I think this one works. So we'll get 4 of those chairs. We're just about out of money. So I'm just going to ka-ching a few times here. We can grab our same curtains. They're actually really cute. And I think the bookcase was originally in this room, so it going through the walls is actually kind of nice. I would like to get a plant in here somewhere, maybe in that corner in this room. Oh, and this one's kind of fun, but that's a little too big. Maybe this one could be good in this room. Cute. I also never put anything on the shelf in there, I just realized. Okay, it's rug time. I'm nervous, but I want to be a little bit optimistic. Maybe it'll work out. It also might not. I keep grabbing like bath mats, so... Okay, they do have different swatches, which is nice, but that one's so tiny. Are any of them bigger? Okay, this one's bigger. What swatches does that one have? Maybe we get the green one. I don't think it's gonna fit under the table the way I want it to. No, it's not. Oh, that's so frustrating. I was hoping that it would work a little bit better in this game, but all of the rugs are really small. Can I put 2 of them next to each other? Does it allow me to do that? No, there's a gap between them. Maybe if I do it this way, it doesn't look as bad. Yeah, that's okay. Ooh, I found some other hanging pots and pans I'm going to put in the kitchen. Oh, I don't think these are technically counters or cabinets, but I found something that has like bottles of wine in it that kind of looks like a cabinet and it has the right colors. Is there a place I can put it in here? Would it fit right here? No, it's because of the windows, I think. If I moved these other decorations, would it fit over the stove? It does. You know, I think that's a win. That looks cool. Okay, back to the dining room. I think I want like a small vase of flowers on the table. They just can't be centered, which is a little frustrating. You can only put it on one side or the other. And then where would I find like storage? Like I want a hutch or something. Oh, that's a cool looking dresser. Oh, I found the bars. I'm going to put one in here. They don't center, but I still found them, so I'm happy about it. Ooh, this dresser is beautiful. I think I'm going to make it so you can actually access both sides of the bar. So let's move the table over into this corner, and then we'll put the bar in here. Do I have to put different types of chairs at it, or is it regular chairs in this game? It looks like it's higher up, but I'm not sure. I'm going to put those for now. And does this fit? It does, but I don't think your Sims could get by it. So I'm just going to throw that in here because it's gorgeous. To the living room. We had a flat screen TV in the other house. So I feel like we shouldn't downgrade. Oh, wow. That's not going to fit how I want it to, but it is nice. Is there one smaller that's still a flat screen? There's this one that can go on the wall. That's a nice upgrade. Actually, maybe we put this under it. Yeah, I like that. Now to look at our couch options. Okay, that one looks cozy. I feel like the one we had before was a little bit more modern though. Just looking at a bunch of different options here. I don't mind this one. Yeah, I think we'll go with a brown love seat. We'll get the love seat version because it's not going to fit very well in here. So maybe just those 2. Ooh, we could get a piano in here. Looks like it only comes in one color. So I'm going to do that. And then let's get our curtains again. Beautiful. I think we had a fish tank in the last game. And this time we have a piano. I don't know if I want another fish tank or where to even find that. It's rug time again. I'm trying to find one that fits. Oh, this one's bigger. I don't like it though. This one's kind of pretty. It's actually really pretty. I just wish it was larger. Gotta be thinking about what we're gonna put in our teenager's room. Honestly, that one I didn't like could be kind of fun. It comes in some funky colors. Maybe that one could go in the teens room. I'm gonna put this in the primary bedroom. Not great, but it's something. Feels like we need another plant, so I'm gonna go ahead and tuck one of those in the corner. And then I want some more activities. We could do like weightlifting or something. There's art. Oh, the teenager was an artist, so let's grab that for their bedroom. So yeah, maybe a treadmill. That's not a bad idea. And we can get another bookcase too. Maybe something like that one. Then I need to get the doors to the different rooms and a little bit of artwork by the front door. I think this one might be our best match, or maybe the default swatch of it. It's kind of red, but so is the front door. So I'm going to do that. Put this one here and that one there. And then I really went hard on tapestries in the last one, but I think we'll try to do other stuff here. So I'm going to put a corkboard by the entrance. Ooh, this corkboard is actually so cute. I might put that in the teenager's room. Oh my gosh, these posters. There's some really nice stuff in here. Oh, I love this one. I love that. That's so good. I might change up that room a little bit. Oh, we should get a Sims 3 poster because that's what we'll be doing next. I think that's pretty good. I'll just try and get a couple more curtains on these windows in the front, although I don't know if it's gonna fit. It's not. I'll have to get smaller ones, which is fine. Cute. All right, teenager's room. We want this in the corner. I think I might change the rug. I kind of changed the vibe in here a little bit, so we'll see if we can get something a little bit darker in color. That one's fun. As for a bed, there are quite a few options. Color options are really strange. I think we'll go with this bed. Put this over here. Ooh, that's a fun end table. Get a little lamp. Do any of the curtains come in black? These are like a dark gray. They don't fit the window though. I picked like the worst windows apparently because I can't get these to like go on them. And I don't think this style of curtain is going to match this room very well. Okay, they're a little too big, but I'm going to go for it anyway. Maybe we get a desk in here. I could see something like this one, just like a simple chair at it. I think we need to ka-ching again. And then we'll get a computer up here. Oh, I faced it the wrong way. There we go. Actually, maybe the corkboard goes above the computer. Can I put it there? Yes. Cute. And we could have a phone there too. Actually, let's get a slightly nicer phone. And then I kind of want to see if there's a more fun wallpaper for in here that matches like what I imagine this teenager likes. Because right now we just have the default that I have in the rest of the house. Ooh, that's cool. Like the city skyline. Maybe we have like one wall with that. That's so cool. I like that. And then we just need a wardrobe. Maybe it's just a plain one like this. And I'm just getting a couple more posters to put in here. That's fun. Okay, teen's room done. For the primary bedroom, that's a really pretty bed. I always love a 4-poster bed. I think the color of the wood is good. Yeah, let's go with this one. These bedside tables kind of match. Maybe not the right style, but right color. Oh, these are adorable little lamps. I'm gonna grab those. And then we can get the same curtain. Let's see if there's a slightly more blue swatch. There is. And I think I want the same wardrobe I put in the living room under the TV. So let's grab this, place that over here. And we're back at our rug issue. Why are the rugs just not good in this game? I really hope they're better in The Sims 3. Okay, I said I didn't want to use this one before, but I guess we're going to use it if we use a rug, because it doesn't center. The only one that does is this like really patterned one. I guess I can try it on like the grayish color. I guess that's not too bad. I'll just get a plant in the corner, maybe a mirror, and call it a day on this room. Yeah, that one. So all we have left is the bathroom. I believe we had a shower tub combo, kind of like this, in the back corner. And then we had a toilet next to it, I think, and a sink next to that. So this toilet come in not green. No. So we'll get this one. Then I had a pedestal sink. And then where do I find a mirror? We had a really simple one before, but I kind of like how this one's more interesting. And I didn't really do anything else in the bathroom. I'm not sure if there's much more I can do or where to find all of the decor. Okay, I'm in the decor section. We can hang up some towels in here. Oh, there's also a hand towel. It wants to place all the way over there, but that's fine. Where's the toilet paper? I am not seeing it. That doesn't mean it's not here. I just might be missing it. Okay, but I think that's it for the bathroom. So all I have left now is to do some landscaping outside. Oh, I pressed a button. I like decide I want to take the grid off like in The Sims 4 and it doesn't work that way. So how do I landscape? Where are plant? Terrain? No. Miscellaneous. Oh, there's some things in here I didn't realize I had. But it's not plant. Is plant in here? No. Garden center. There we go. Oh, this tree is really cute. I'm going to put that out front. We had a lot of pink flowers out front the other house, so maybe we try and do something like that here. Well, I'm not really seeing pink. I'm seeing like oranges and reds. Oh, there's these ones. We can do that. That's what we did in the other one anyway. And then I had like a shrub behind them on either side. So I guess that works. And then I just kind of had some random trees around. Okay, so I guess that is our Sims 2 build. I'm gonna be honest, this one took me way longer than The Sims 1, and I think I like The Sims 1 better, but I think that's just because I'm out of practice with this. I think this came out pretty good, and I'm terrified that The Sims 3 is gonna take even longer because this house took me like an hour and 15 minutes, so wish me luck, but let's head on over to The Sims 3. Sunset Valley! Oh, I miss this world so much. All right, let's move the mailbox and the trash can out of the way and get started here. So we know we have 5 tiles across here with the little 3 tile bump out. Then this should be also 5 tiles. Comes out, is it 1 or 2? I think it's 2. And 2 there. Go all the way across. It's honestly a pretty simple shape. I didn't do anything too complicated, and hopefully it works okay in The Sims 3. So there is the general shape we have. Okay, let's roof this. We have the same sort of sections I think I want to go for here. Something along these lines. It has that flat bit on the top again, which I don't really want. Maybe this one instead. Oh, there's some weird clipping going on too. And I'll just drag this one in, and then we'll see if we can adjust the roof pitch and see if that helps at all. It's still having those holes in it. I don't know why it's like that. Either way, we're gonna need to change the roof pattern. And I think I want it to be a little bit lower. Let's see if deleting them and re-putting them down helps. No, it still looks like that. Why is it doing that? Okay, well, let's try this roof instead, since we were kind of leaning towards that anyway. It's still doing that. I'm gonna fiddle with this a little bit. Okay, this roof seems to work. Okay, so we completely changed the roof style for The Sims 3, but there was holes in it before, so I kind of felt like I had to. I do kind of want to see if we can still have this piece here, though. I think that looks kind of cool. So we could have a little bit of the same style we had before. And then I think maybe just like a plain black would be good. Oh, I just noticed this hole in the roof up here. Oh, this game is lovely, isn't it? Okay, that seems to be working this time. Don't think I see any holes in the roof, so I think we'll go with that. Luckily, we can easily search for bricks, and I think one like that could look nice. Or this one has the trim at the bottom, so that's good. And there's this white siding, which I'm not sure what pack that is, but this white siding could work nicely here. Same thing over on this one, and along the side and back as well. I'm also gonna go into my game options and see if we can turn the graphics up. I'm saving it. I don't know if it's gonna help at all, but the game was looking not so great before. I think we're gonna have to restart it though. It's reloading and it didn't save my settings, so it's like full screen and off to the side right now, so we're gonna have to fix that once the options are back up on screen. Oh, The Sims 3. Yeah, that looks a lot better. So let's take a look at our windows that we can choose from. It looks like this time it only loaded base game, so we're just going to use the base game, I guess. But we do have this one, which originally we used in the Sims 1 build, so that's good. But I don't see anything with shutters. But I do see something that is 3 tiles wide, which intrigues me. So I might go ahead and grab this for both sides instead. That's kind of cool. And then for our front door, what do we got? Maybe this one? It does have a window in it, but it's not really the right style. Oh wait, this one. That's the door. Perfect. The only downside of now wanting to use this window is that we're going to have like a million bay windows unless I choose a different one for the sides, which I might do. We don't have to have everything be exactly the same each time. It's just supposed to be inspired by. So maybe we'll put 3 windows there. Duplicate the window on this wall. Actually, let's go into create a style. I'm nervous to do this, but I want to try it. I think we want to make the actual shingles darker. Yeah. And then I'm just going to duplicate that same window instead onto the other 2. Instead of spending a lot of time in create a style, because create a style is it's taxing on your computer. Okay, that looks pretty good. All right, got all the windows. Now to pick out like a stone to do our little pathway we did in the other ones. I might use like a pebble texture. Maybe one of these ones. It still has like a pebble quality to it, but it's a little bit different. See, I think these windows are exactly what we had in The Sims 1, but I don't like them. And we're trying to improve. So I'm going to go ahead and actually grab these windows and put them in front instead. We'll have 3 of them. I wish we had something that would center in this space a little bit better. What would it look like if we had 2 of this door instead of just 1? That's not bad. And maybe I could get one of the 2 tile windows, one of these arched ones here to kind of be similar to what we had in The Sims 1. Also gonna take a peek at Create a Style on this real quick. Looks like it's just the wood tones. So what were the colors on the door again? Like the different patterns. Ooh, that one's really pretty. There's all kinds of patterns on here. I don't know if I want the yellow one because I could have like that one instead, which I think I might like a little bit more. And it also matches a little bit better. I'm gonna go ahead and extend this little pathway out. Cute. And then let's look at the different plants we can use here. Ooh. Oh, also I should be able to use move objects easily in this one, but I can't scale the different plants, which I immediately tried to do. And I was like, oh wait, yeah, I can't do that. So let's get a couple of these trees. Also, the cool thing about The Sims 3 is the trees and bushes and stuff all change shape when you place them to make it look more realistic, that they're not all exactly the same. Like they'll change size. I think these can be our little corner bushes I had before. I think they're clipping inside a little bit and we're just gonna choose to ignore it. Now we need some sort of pink flowers. There's these little ones, which are kind of cute. Oh no, that one's beautiful. I might put one of these on each end and rotate it a little bit. And then maybe we do the smaller ones, or oh no, we do these across the whole thing. That's really pretty. They even can go under the bushes. I just realized I never fixed my my aspect ratio for you. Hold on. I think that's a little bit better. So you should be able to see what I'm doing better now. I think I'm just gonna get like another tree, maybe two, and then we can head inside. Oh, this pink tree would be so pretty though. Let's add that. I'll add a couple of them. And I also need some terrain paint. Always makes things look more realistic. Put a little bit of dirt under the flowers and under our stepping stones here. I put a rock outside just cause I'm gonna. Anyway, let's go inside now and figure out this floor plan. I believe our floor plan looked a little bit like this. It was a very simple one and pretty easy to replicate. Gonna need to get some lighting in here. I think this was usually my go-to lighting in The Sims 3. For the flooring, we've used the same tile in every game so far. Do we have it in The Sims 3? Because I don't know if we do, and I'm not seeing it. So I think this will be the first one where we use a different one. But I think this one has like the same vibe. So maybe we can change the color of it to be like that reddish tone that we were using, since we do have Create a Style. Like one of it is like red and the other is more orange. Something like that. At least it's like inspired by it. Then we need a nice orange wood floor. I think that one might be a little bit too orange. I don't know. It's very orange. We also could just Create a Style any of them. That's pretty. I think we'll go with this one and we'll just change the color a little bit. Make it a little bit less intense, perhaps. Maybe like that. That's kind of nice. And then we can move that into the other rooms. And I'm pretty sure for the bathroom, we just had like a plain white. So I'm just gonna get a simple tile in there. It's so interesting seeing what the different like versions of everything is in each game. Like the simple tiles and the wallpapers and stuff. Speaking of which, we're gonna look at those now. I want something with some paneling on it. And in this game, as long as it's the right style, we can change up the color. Like that one's not bad. I can even change the texture of it. I can just make it like a flat color. I can make it kind of like that green that we had in The Sims 1. That looks pretty good, I think. And I'm just putting it in all of the rooms for now. Very nice. Now let's just get some doors. I think this one is gonna be perfect for our purposes. And then like always, we delete a couple of walls. And then we'll start in the kitchen. I do wish we had the same floor because that means we have it in 3 out of the 4 games unless it's in a different pack that didn't load. Then it would be kind of sad that it's just not here right now. Well, that's gonna cover that window. Maybe I swap out this window for a different one. Yeah, we could do that one instead, or a couple of them. I have 3 counters like that, and it looks like we do have the island version. So we do that. Perfect. Grab a nice fridge here, a nice expensive fridge, oven, and then it doesn't look like the sink options are very good. I guess we'll go with that. However, we do have upper head cabinets here, which is very exciting. It just doesn't look like it wants me to place them. Why is that? Oh, there we go. I just can't put it over the stove. But that's better than nothing, I think. I could also move the stove and like rearrange how I have this. Yeah, I could do that. Then maybe we have the island coming off the side this time instead. Or just moved over a little bit. Yes, that's an improvement on the kitchen, I think. Oh, we could get a cute little hanging plant. I'm going to turn on move objects so I can put this plant over the window or over the sink in front of the window. That looks so cute there. And what small plants do we have that I could put on a counter? This one, that's pretty, the modern orchid. Or we have a small ivy. Oh, there's also this one. I think we'll go with that. That's cute. I also want to get some sort of tile backsplash in here. I'm not sure what though. and also how to make it work with the flooring we have going on in here. Like that one's okay, but I kind of feel like the flooring doesn't quite work now. Maybe we need to make the red a darker color, like more like the reddish brown that's in the veining of the countertops. That could help to tie it in. And then maybe this needs to be more of a beige. Yeah, I think that works better. And what do we have for a small dining table? I mean, maybe we'll even do more of a medium-sized dining table in here. That one's a similar enough wood tone. We can put that over here. Let's see if I can use Create a Style to move this wood tone onto the chair. Perfect. And then we'll just get 4 of these chairs. Definitely need a plant in the corner here. And then some curtains, if any of them are going to fit this. Oh, that one's perfect. I don't even remember that curtain. That's really cool. What are the colors on it? That's really pretty. I think we'll start with the first one and that should be fine. We might even just keep it as is. Yeah, I think we will. And I'll just place a little rug under the table. Cute. Oh wait, I also want a trash can. Just grab this one over here and a small piece of art. Is there anything else I want to add in here? I know in one of them I added a bookcase in the kitchen. We could do that. This one kind of feels like the right style for this kitchen. Kind of funky. And then one of them actually had the bookcase door that led you from one room to the next. And I'm like, why not just open it up? It's from the dining room to the kitchen. We can just open that and then have our bigger table in here. So I'm thinking we'll get the extra long dining table here and we'll just change the color of it. Yeah, that's really pretty. Kind of like these chairs. They're really not the right style though. I might just get the same ones that we have in the kitchen and adjust the color. I do miss having Create a Style. It's really nice, but it can be really laggy and cause a lot of decision fatigue. So I understand not having it, but it is fun to use from time to time. I'm having a blast with this. Reminiscing over The Sims 3. So fun. I guess this would be the correct rug for in here. I don't want it to be that pattern. Ooh, that one's really pretty. I feel like I should do something more simple, not themed. Let's go to like fabrics. It's very bland, but it looks better than a lot of the patterns that we had before. So I'm going to go with that. Maybe we will have this in the middle of the table. And then what should we do for the curtains in here? Oh, wait, I just found shutters. We have shutters for those smaller windows. No way. Let me see what that looks like. It's not really placing how I want it to. There we go. That looks so nice. See, if I knew that, I would have used those on the front, but that's okay. I'm going to keep that there. That's really pretty. Anyway, we'll get some curtains inside as well. Maybe those there. And then the matching ones we had in the kitchen up over there. And here are the bars. I kind of wanted to get one of these in the kitchen, but there's not really a lot of space anymore. So maybe we put one in the dining room or in here. Yeah. And that wood tone matches pretty well on top. Make the whole thing that color. Very good. And then this is the right size for the windows. It's just a matter of changing the color because it's very much the wrong color. I think I want another like kind of neutral moment. Maybe like a brownish color here. I might even bring that to the top part. Yeah, that's fine. It's not my favorite, but it's fine. Let's find our TV. It's going to be this one for sure. That was the TV I used all the time in The Sims 3. And then maybe this comfy couch. I feel like this is what we've been using, depending on the game, is something like this. With the exception of The Sims 1, where I think I used a more modern couch. But I think that looks really cozy. And then a rug like this, but maybe more with the colors of this rug. Okay, I think that works. It's pretty cozy. Maybe get some more artwork up here. Ooh, that one's really pretty. Oh, I remember this piece of art. I used this one all the time. I have another wood tone without having to go into Create a Style. Does. Okay, let's get the one that matches a little bit better. That's beautiful. Then maybe we'll have a like desk and computer area over here too. Oh, that fits perfectly under the photos. Cute. That also fits beautifully there. And then we'll get this computer. Cute. Maybe a nice sunflower painting. Gonna need a curtain for this front window as well. Ooh, that one's pretty. We have like just different colored curtains everywhere, but I kind of like the vibe. It feels really cozy. Ooh, and we need a coffee table. I don't really remember where to find clutter in this game, so I haven't done much of that. Like, where do I find just stuff to put on a coffee table? Miscellaneous decor, that's where. Okay, I answered my own question. Oh, we need the curvy CD rack. Oh my goodness, we need that. Just place that there. I'm gonna need the utensils in the kitchen. Just kind of grab those. Also, the canisters. Beautiful. Ooh, some trophies and stuff would be kind of cool. Maybe in this corner. and this little globe. And then we'll put some magazines up here because there's not much. And I guess like a box of tissues too. Just want like a couple of things out. Ooh, the pens and pencils could go on the desk. Yeah, very good. And I think I'm gonna get one more bookcase like by the front door just because it feels like this wall needs something. And I think something like that would look nice. All right, in all of these versions, I gave the bigger bed to the teenager, so I'm gonna continue with it. Don't know why I did that, but it is what it is. Oh, should we get the iconic cow print bed? It is very tempting. I don't know if I can get myself to keep that. I'll change the wood tone here though. No, I don't think I can do it. Ooh, that one's kind of fun. I actually really like that. Although I had more of like a red and black color scheme. So let me see if I can change some of these to fit that. Maybe more like this. Maybe more black cushions. Yeah, that's perfect. I like that. And we'll go back into build mode to change the wallpaper. I want to have like a fun wallpaper in here. They're artsy and into music. Oh, that one's fun. I think it's a little much though. And that's kind of the vibe of most of the wallpapers in this game. They're very loud. Like that's not bad. Nice muted red. And put the bed up against the wall. A nice rug here. Not in that color, don't worry. I might keep it striped though. Oh, that looks like Freddy Krueger right now. Isn't what I was going for, but I'm not mad at it. Maybe more like that. If we keep this stripe, that is. I do think it's kind of fun. I'm not sure we have much like good teenagery art. Like that one's not horrible. Ooh, wait, this drawing is great for the style I'm going for here. That's beautiful. And then maybe I just get a bunch of these on this wall. Do that bedside table. We'll just move the wood tone over. As for a lamp, there's not too many in here that I like. Oh, that is too bright. Oh my goodness. Why are they all so bright? I mean, I guess that's what you want in a lamp. It means it's working, but they're very bright. I think this is the matching one. Oh, I remember this mirror. I loved that one. Let's get the easel in here. Maybe by the window would be a good idea. And then I'm going to give them a guitar as well. Feels like something the sim would enjoy. Okay, windows. Oh, wait, we have this for this window. I like that. That goes in there. And then I think I kind of want to do like a few of this curtain across and then just make it work for the room. Maybe that one, honestly, but not with a gold. Yeah, that works quite well. Cute. Now, what else would a teenager have in their room? Maybe like their own TV over here could be kind of cool. I'm going to place that there. Oh, I could maybe do like a old love seat in here. That's fun. I don't want to keep the stripe, or maybe I do, because it could be like the old furniture. So it's not entirely their vibe, which I think is actually kind of fun that it ended up in here. Maybe we go with like a brown, full of like darker brown colors. Yeah, I had a chair like this in my house growing up that was like light and dark brown stripes. I think that's cool. And I think I'll just put a movie poster up on this wall. And that could be it for the teens room. So we just have the primary bedroom now, which of course I'm using this bed. It is the best Sims 3 bed in my opinion. It's very nice. I think we want like a light green color, some nice bright white sheets. And then these bedside tables could probably be good. I'll bring that wood tone over and then duplicate it here. Oh, that did not go the way I wanted it to. You know what? That's fine. Kind of like it without the metal. Cool. Some more of these very bright lamps. Kind of like this one. So yellow though. So maybe not. I think I'll go with these. And I'm going to grab the same rug from the dining room to put in here. Oh, that's pretty cute. Have an obvious curtain choice. This wardrobe should be very easy to change to the right color. Since I already did it on the bedside table, since it's the matching one. Beautiful. Probably get the same mirror that I have in the teens room above it. And then maybe like a chair in the corner. Maybe something like one of these. And of course, some sort of plant next to it. I think this one is quite nice. And did we have a wall-mounted mirror? Yeah, it's huge though. So maybe one of these ones instead over here. Yeah, that looks really cute. And then we move to our final room, the bathroom. I believe we only have this one shower tub combo. It's going to be the one we have to use. Yeah, like a simple toilet. We had a pedestal sink elsewhere, so I guess we'll get a pedestal sink in here too. And then the mirror has changed a couple of different times, so maybe we get this one for this house. And then I think we can finally put down toilet paper. I know there's got to be toilet paper in The Sims 2. I just couldn't find it. And I also am having trouble placing this. Okay, we have it. It's a little bit close to the toilet, but we have it. Or to the sink, I should say. And then we can also grab a towel here. That's also like right above it. Weird placement. It's either that or like way over here. So we can also get a little medicine cabinet and then maybe something that could work as a bath mat in here. And I don't know what colors I'd want it to be. I really don't like all the patterns. See, I would like to have something like create a style, except I don't need all the different patterns. Just let me change the colors. Like a color wheel would be great. Yeah, I think that's all this space needs. I don't know what else I would put in the bathroom. So I think that might be it for our Sims 3 house. And it wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be. There's some weird stuff going on with the roof still, but otherwise this ran pretty smoothly and I think the house came out really cute. We made some good upgrades, I think, and I'm overall really pleased with it. But now to head into the game that I'm the most familiar with and am probably going to be able to build way quicker in. So let's go to The Sims 4. We did it. We made it. We're here in the current main title Sims game, The Sims 4. And we're going to get building. This is going to be so much easier. I think I still am going to count out the tiles like this. That is 5 wide. We'll have the 3 in the front. We can just click and drag here, which is so nice. And then we had 5 back here where we had another 5. And then this goes back, I believe, 1 more. Then we have something here that is 5 wide as well. And then comes up most of the way. And I'll just go ahead and duplicate this to put it over here. Much quicker way to build. As for the roofing, I think I want to try and make it look a little bit nicer. I know I want these pieces to go here on both sides. And then maybe we have one of these in the middle. Yeah, I think that looks kind of nice. I suppose this could be how it's connected. And then we lower this down so it's kind of like hidden in the other roof pieces. That's pretty good. And then I will just copy this over for this side. It makes this area look a little wonky, so maybe what I'll do is actually use this kind of roof piece on this side. Yeah, I like that. Should also probably move it to the front of the lot because it's quite far away right now. Our roof needs to be a nice dark texture. So let's go with this one, which is my favorite base game one. Maybe get a nice white roof trim. As for brick, do I have any that has that like white trim at the bottom? I'm not sure if we do. I'm not seeing one, so I think I'm just going to pick a brick that I think feels very Sims 4 and go with this one. And then I think for the little bump outs, I will actually have this section be a different color, not the whole piece. And then the middle is painted as well. And our side piece here. Cute. One thing I'm really excited about is we're gonna have an easier time with the doors, I think. This one feels probably the most similar to what we were using. And in the most recent build, we had 2 of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. That's cute. For the windows, I'm kind of thinking the ones from Discovery University would be good. I don't know if I want to use the smaller ones or the bigger ones, but these ones that have shutters already on them are very nice. And there's one that comes in brown. Ooh, I actually really like that. Does this come in a nice dark brown as well? Doesn't look like it. It comes in a black though. Or we could use this like light brown. No, I think we should go with white because that's what the other houses had. And then maybe I should make the siding a little bit more white as well. I like the one I picked, but it's definitely more of a gray. Okay, that's a little bit better. And then I think I will use the smaller shuttered window in the front right there. I also have these, which we just used something similar to this in the last build. So maybe we should use something like that here. Something kind of feels right about that. And there's also a base game one that might work pretty well, especially because it has a brown swatch. Yeah, I think that one might be the correct one. And with that, I should probably get the matching shuttered window, if there is one, because there might not be. Oh no, okay. That's a slightly different brown. Oh, I think it's that one. Okay, crisis averted. And maybe we do pink flowers because we had pink on everything. That's kind of pretty. I'm gonna go around and add this same window in a bunch of places and we can change it if need be. All right, yeah, that's a good starting spot. Then we'll do our same little pathway we've been doing here. These will be our taller shrubs in the corners, which I think look really cute. I love that. It's very symmetrical, but I don't mind it. And then we want something with pink flowers to kind of line that area. But I also want some greenery, so I might like frame it out with these and then we'll add some pink flowers on top. I think that could look nice. Yeah, maybe these ones. That's so cute. I really like it. I feel like it's a improved version of what we've done so far. It's getting a little terrain paint under the stepping stones as well. And then I kind of want to do like some sort of roof piece like right over the door. Not exactly sure what, but I feel like it needs something. Maybe we round the roof a little bit and just kind of lower that down. And then if I tuck in these eaves, I think that could look kind of cool. But I think I like that. It's kind of fun. Let me see if I could add like a window on top of it to make it just a little bit taller. Maybe something like that. I love it. Working on the floor plan, and I think this is the first time I gave the teenager a slightly smaller room. So happy about that. The sizes have gotten a little wonky over the course of filming these. But generally speaking, they're all the same. And these saucer lights work so much better than the lights in the other games. There really is no competition there. Also, because we're in The Sims 4, I can put all of these in this little hallway now. So I think I'm going to. I think we'll pick my favorite orangey wood tone floor, which is this one from Businesses and Hobbies. And then for the kitchen, we know what tile we want to use, but maybe we'll swap the swatch. Unless we think we could make it work. But this is the swatch that we've been using, and maybe we can make it work. It is very pretty. And maybe I'll put it in the bathroom this time as well. I'm a little unsure what we're going to do for the wallpaper. Maybe this one from the Cozy Bistro kit. It's not too bad. Okay, I am going to go ahead and change out the window for one of these in the kitchen instead. I think we're going to use these counters. I feel like they're exactly the color we need for the space. And then maybe this fridge. And we'll get the matching stove as well. And I'm actually going to put that on this wall. We can kind of wrap the kitchen around here. And we have so many cabinets at our disposal, which is so nice after having none in a good chunk of the games we were playing. Let's get some of these here. And not only do we have a bunch, we have different pieces, which is so helpful. Should I do the corner piece? It sometimes has weird lighting, so I sometimes don't do it. Oh, it has weird lighting. I'm going to keep it though. It's fine. I'm going to pretend it's fine. And I think I'm going to get the sink that has like dishes in it. I always think that's so cute. As far as the backsplash, what do we use to make this tile work? Like more of an orange, maybe like a brownish color. We have this red from the Riviera Retreat kit. Would this one from Home Chef Hustle kind of work? I'm not sure. Could also bring in this with the red in it, or the one with the blue on top. Kind of make it more of a colorful kitchen. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. It's also this one. This has some orange in it as well. That might be the best one so far. Definitely need to have an island in here. That was something that was present in all of them, I think. And we can finally have a range hood. I don't know, there's still something in here that's not entirely right, and I haven't figured out what tile backsplash we need. I'm still playing around with it, because I could go like all red, but that feels a little much. Honestly, maybe one of these could work. I don't know. There's just like something about this color that's a little hard to use, but I'm kind of determined to use it. So just trying to figure out what's best. See, this backsplash is the right color, but it's just wood panels, so I don't really want to use that. What if we keep these the same color, but we make the countertop a different color? Ooh, what about this brown wallpaper? This brown tile. Oh, I love the little accent up there, but most of it's hidden and similar enough to this color. That might be the one. But then do we go back to the white countertop? I'm not sure. Maybe one of the other colors would work better. Like, I think I'm going to go with that one. Has like the blue accent up there, so maybe we can tie in some blue. First thing I'm going to do is get some cutting boards in here. It's always the first thing I do in a Sims 4 kitchen. Then I think maybe a blue curtain would be nice. I don't want it to go all the way up though, because I want to see a little bit of that design on top. So maybe right to there. Also could get a pot of herbs in the corner with a blue pot. And then we're just going to clutter up the space. I think a lot of the kitchen clutter kit is going to be helpful. Some utensils next to the stove, maybe a bag of groceries, drying rack for your dishes, maybe just like a fruit bowl. I don't want to clutter up the space too much because I want to make sure it's very usable and it also feels similar enough to the original, or the original 3, since this is the 4th version of this house I'm making. So I don't really want to have like too much clutter. Maybe I'll actually get some pottery here instead of a fruit bowl. That's kind of cute. And I think some pots and pans hanging on the wall would also be really nice. And of course I need to get some curtains in this room. Kind of wish we had those that are built into the bay windows like we have in The Sims 3, but we don't. So maybe I'll try and use the matching one from Cats and Dogs that I have in the other window. Yeah, this one. Is that too much in this room? Or is it kind of fun? Feels like a little too much. Maybe the brown is better. Yeah, and then we just have little pops of blue. You could have probably a blue rug to stand on while you're doing dishes. Maybe something like this one. I like that. I'll just grab a couple of stools here. And then we don't have a lot of space, but I could still put a 2-seater table in here. Sort of thinking this one from Life and Death. Maybe in this darker wood color. Kind of like these orange chairs. But I don't know if we have anything that matches them. Maybe I'll pair it with these chairs. I'm not sure if it really matches this house, but I do like them. And then we all know what plant is going in the corner. The one from the Sims 1 has to be there. I also get a little trash can over here. And then on this wall, since I did this in one of them, I think we'll add a bar. Specifically this one, because it feels like it's meant to be against a wall instead of like free floating for Sims to sit at. I think that looks nice. And then I might just get some tall cabinets over here to kind of finish off the wall. Actually, I might move the plant and do this across the whole wall. I think that looks nice. You can get like some small ones up top. Or actually maybe the regular size ones. Yeah, with these same tiles back here. And then the plant can go in the corner with the trash can in front of it. Very good. I think that is the kitchen complete. So we're going to move on to the dining room. And I think I'm going to use the same curtains in here. And then for some reason, I'm thinking I want to use the rug from Werewolves. I say for some reason as if I don't always use this rug. It's one of my favorites, but I know it has some blues and reds mixed together, and I think that'll be really good for this dining room. Though I do want to look at some of the other swatches as well. I think that's probably the strongest contender, although that one's also really pretty. It also has some blue and red. I'm going to just pick out a nice table. I'm kind of thinking this one from Adventure Awaits, and we could get the matching chairs too. Just kind of put those all around the table. The colors are pretty good, to be honest. I think on this wall we can get maybe even like a fireplace. Let me move this a little bit closer to the front. Yeah, we did get some new fireplaces with Adventure Awaits, so like maybe one of these could work. I feel like this version of the house has been renovated, so we have some new things, and it's a little bit, it's just been improved over time, which is definitely what I was trying to do this entire time. I think I'll get a couple of bookcases in here too. Also, this version, the Sims 4 version, I am going to upload to the gallery, so if you'd like to download it for yourself, you can find it under my EA ID, which is Gryphi. Gryphi. You'll also be able to find it under the hashtag Gryphi, and that information will be in the description down below as well. Might bring in the brick on this wall. Actually, I don't like it, but I do think like some sort of wood paneling over there would look nice. Maybe this one. That's cool. And I'll change to a slightly darker wood tone there. The lighter yellow wood is very pretty. But then should I change the fireplace to match? Kind of like that wood tone, so I would need different bookcases, and the backsplash needs to be a little bit different too. That one matches way better. And I think it's okay that the wood tones in the different rooms are different. Like this room obviously hasn't been renovated yet, but this one is in the process. And I think that's kind of fun. So maybe I'll get a couple of these bookshelves over here. I'm gonna put a little plant on the table here. And one in the corner as well. I think that's good for the dining room. For the living room, we are gonna put our TV here like usual. I'm kind of thinking one of the frame TVs would be good with some sort of little console under it, maybe this one. And then for the sofas, I was actually thinking maybe the cozy sofas from, I think this is the Refined Living Room kit, because we do have them in Love Seat and in a 3-seater. I'm just gonna grab both of those, and they're in a green color, but maybe we should play around with like a blue, or we could lean into the red, but the blue seems to be the other color we're using in here, so kind of thinking that would be good. And does one of these rugs have some red in it? This one does. Feels a little too busy though. I want something that has some red in it, but feels like it ties in with the blue. Kind of like the rug we used in the dining room, actually. I'm gonna filter by both red and by blue, so we can see what we have that has both of them. Werewolves again. That might be our best option. Or this one is really pretty. The blue of the couches isn't quite the same though. Maybe we go for more of like a beige couch. Actually, that rug is really pretty. I like that one. Yeah, let's go with that. I think I just want a simple coffee table like this one. Grabbed some curtains for the windows as well. Maybe some board games would be nice. I think it was in The Sims 3 we put a desk over here, so I'd like to do that again. Maybe a desk like this. Just grab a little chair. My favorite computer. Also my current favorite lamp. Artwork. And a plant for the corner. That looks pretty nice. For this corner though, what do I want? And one of them we had a fish tank. Maybe this time we have a hamster. Kind of like the idea of that. So we'll have a little hamster over there. And then we need a proper entryway. I think I want to use the end table from Adventure Awaits. It has the right wood tones. And then maybe the mirror from the Grange Mudroom kit. Also get a coat rack over in the corner and a little plant. I think that's it. I don't want to make it too busy, so I think that's a good spot. And then we will work on the teens room. I take a little bit of a different approach to this in every single build, it seems, but they like art and music. So Let's see what I can come up with for them. They also like the color red. Maybe we have this black bed. I could go all red walls. Is that too much or is that kind of fun? I sort of like it. I'm gonna grab a bunch of stuff from the artist studio kit. So thinking this artwork would be great. Actually, I might put the bed against the wall here. We can put the art there. Having one of these would be kind of cool for the different pieces they're working on, but I don't know if we really have enough space in here. But I do think we could use one of these as a bedside table. Maybe the one that's all covered in paint. We can get like some more paintbrushes up there. Got buckets of stuff on the floor. I do love this bookcase, so we're gonna put that over here. And obviously we need an easel, so I'm gonna tuck that in the window. I don't know, something about like the wallpaper and the bed feel a little bit too put together for the mess I want this space to have, so I might need to change it up a little bit. We could just have black wallpaper. It's not very exciting, but maybe they like it. I also could add an additional window over on this side. That might help. Yeah, I think that'll help to add like more to the wall. We can get some curtains hanging up there. These ones come in red or black. They do come in red. That's perfect. I really like those. And I might swap out for this bed. I like that a little bit better. Okay, I added down a rug and some paint splatters as well as a wardrobe and a mirror in here and painted a couple of the walls with brick. And I think the teenager's room is done. Oh, other than a guitar, we should get them a guitar. There we go. Perfect. Now for the primary bedroom, I kind of want to use the canopy bed from For Rent because it feels similar to the bed that we used in The Sims 3. And it's really pretty. I'll pair it with this rug and we'll get the matching bedside tables. A couple of lamps, the matching dresser as well, a mirror, cute little chair in the corner, obviously a plant, and then a little mirror over here as well. Maybe some art on the wall too. Yeah, those pieces are cute. So that just leaves the bathroom. I'm going to put this tile in here. I think. Or maybe that one. I think I like that one better. Just gonna grab our average shower tub combo. A more modern toilet. Actually, let's go like entirely modern, but with the old tiles. I think that's kind of a fun juxtaposition. Let's get the sleek bathroom kit. We get that divider, the little shower head. And I love this sink. I think it is so pretty. Might even move the door over a little bit. I just get all of the little decorations. Even the mirror is beautiful. Also grab a hanging plant for like right here, I guess, and then finish it up with some towels. And I think that's everything. They've renovated their dining room and their bathroom so far, and I think this house will probably go through some more renovations, especially if any of y'all download it and decide to make updates to it over time, because this one will be on the gallery. Like I said, all that information will be in the description. But I think we finished this, other than maybe grabbing some trees. I don't want to add a big yard to it or anything because there is no back door. That's just kind of how it was built in the original one. But there is so much space to go ahead and add whatever you'd like, renovate it however you'd like. It's a good size house and I'm very happy with how it came out. I just put this tree here, maybe a bigger one in the back. Got a little bit of these plants as well and some terrain paint. And there we are. We're done. I built the same house in The Sims 1, The Sims 2, The Sims 3, and now The Sims 4. Let me know which one was your favorite, and if you do decide to download this build, let me know how you like it. If you did like this, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more content like this, and you can click the bell to be notified of every single time I upload a new video if you're so inclined. Also, a massive thank you to my YouTube members for your continued support. It means the world to me, and if you'd like to become a member yourself, you can click the join button below the video or the link in the description. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone.